Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Sunny. In this video I am gonna showing you how to model a coffee mug using Blender, and I'm gonna telling you everything why I do things to adjust or modify in my object, and pretty much all the things telling you how to model a mug. So in this video I'm using Blender 2.79b version. Its latest update version. If you don't have or you don't update yet, then update your Blender version. It's good to have updated Blender version, and if you have lower version, then it's okay, you can use that version also. And if you want to download latest version of Blender, then you can download from www.blender.org. Let's go ahead and click the screen to start modeling. And now you can see, guys, I'm enabling my screencast key so that you can see my shortcut keys, what I'm pressing in my keyboard. And after that I'm adding a reference image, and we are going to be modeling in front ortho mode. So press Shift plus A button on your keyboard to add a cylinder object, and also you can change your edges or segment or faces how much you want to in your object. I'm using in 16 in on this object, so you can choose whatever you want, but 16 is a good number because we are just gonna simply modeling a mug. So if you adding too much detail, then Blender may has stop working. First I'm gonna scaling this object around the reference image to give the same values. I'm gonna press tab on my keyboard to go edit mode, and then press B to go border selection mode and select the top vertex. Press G to grab, and again press Z to move on Z location by simply dragging upward. Press B to go border selection mode, and then adjust your object to according reference image. Go to perspective mode by pressing numpad 5 on your keyboard, and press tab to go edit mode. And after that select face mode by pressing Ctrl plus tab and select face. Then select this above face, and after that you just press I to insert, and adjusting the value to give our object some thickness. You can see down here how much thickness I gave to my object. Press numpad 1 to go again front mode, and after that press Z to go wireframe mode, and then press E to extrude and drag it to downward. And now I'm gonna add to my object subdivision surface modifier, and I'm gonna selecting to view or render also 3 point. You can see our object is very smooth, and now I'm just gonna add some edge loops to our object, give a shape. Press numpad 1 to go front mode, and then press tab to enter edit mode, and then press Ctrl plus R and just drag downward to give your object a cool rounded shape. Then press again Ctrl plus R, and this time you drag upward your mouse. Then you can see our object is looking very smooth from bottom or top also. You can see round edges are very smooth, and adjust according to you how smooth you want from upside. And you can see, guys, how our object is looking weird, very weird from inside right now. We can adjust it later, and then press Ctrl plus R again to adjust another edge loop. Now I'm adding edge loops to almost and now what I'm gonna doing, I'm just simply scaling the object by selecting edge loops one by one, and I'm selecting this edge loop and scaling outside little bit. I'm gonna selecting the vertices. To go vertices mode, you just have to press Ctrl plus T on your keyboard, then select vertices, and after that by selecting vertices to all side from object. When we enter wireframe by pressing Z on your keyboard, then you can select vertices all side from all of your object. Now what I'm gonna doing, I'm just simply selecting these vertices by border selection by pressing B on your keyboard, and then scaling outside. Then I'm gonna repeating the same step to other vertices also. You can see I'm adjusting shapes according to our object, according to my object. You can select it yourself by according to your object. I want to look my object little bit curve from top to bottom, so that's why I'm doing this one by one. Scale these vertices outside little bit, and scale these vertices outside little bit, and give a cool look to your object. You can see our object is looking beautiful or smooth, and press Z to go again in solid mode. Object edge is looking smooth from top to bottom. Now you can see my object is looking little not proper from bottom, so I'm adjusting and scaling again from bottom of my object. I'm selecting by pressing Z to go wireframe mode and select the vertices to scale inside. You can see now our object has total round curve look shape. Now what I'm doing, I'm again extruding. Now this time I'm extruding from right side of my object and creating a handle to our mug. Now press 1 2 on your numpad key, enter front mode, and now I'm gonna extruding by pressing E on my keyboard and simply adjusting the shape, or also rotating the shape by pressing R on my keyboard. Now I'm pressing R in my keyboard and then adjusting the shape to front side equally. Then I'm also adjusting the shape by rotating, and now I'm gonna extrude again, and I simply drag my mouse to adjust the shape after extrude, and adjusting the shape according to our handle. Now extrude one more time and select the position and press S to scale it little bit, and press R to rotate, and press G to grab and drag it to X side little, and then extrude one more time, and again press R to rotate, and again extruding one more time, and now again R. By press R you can rotate and give a shape, and press Z to grab, and then adjust. Press E to extrude, and I'm gonna stop it here extruding. Now what I'm gonna doing, I'm selecting the face both of side and deleting. What it does, when we go vertex mode and select the 4 vertices and give them a face, like when we select these 4 vertices first and then hit F on your keyboard, you can creating a face by selecting 4 vertices and hitting the F key on your keyboard when you want to create a face. And I'm doing the same to other side also by just simply select 4 vertices and pressing the F key on my keyboard. You can see our object is now looking have handle in right side, but you can see our object is little looking weird from various sides, like here top side and bottom side. Now we can adjust it some tweaking here and adjusting some loops to give a cool clean look. Now I'm just simply scaling or inserting a sum of loop to give a quick and soft look. Now to go wireframe by pressing Z on your keyboard and border selection mode by pressing B, and select these vertices and scale it little bit, rotate it little bit, and after that press as your keyboard and scale it little bit also and move, and after that select these 4 vertices by pressing B on your keyboard border selection and scale a little bit by pressing S. Now you can see our object is little bit too thick to top side, so top right side from handle, so I can scale it little bit also. And now I'm scaling from other side by just simply selecting the vertices, pressing B on your keyboard on my keyboard and giving a shape. Now I'm doing the same step by selecting and pressing R to rotate and S to scale or G to grab to adjust the shape where it's look good. Now you can see our object is now looking good from right side also, but we have to adjust some more or also inserting some more edge loops to our handle, and also some adjusting to here also. So by selecting these 4 vertices again, we just have to scale a little bit and also G to grab and S to scale, press S to scale a little bit also. And now when I see the object, you can see our handle is looking good to front side and other side also, and select these all vertices to right side and by pressing G on your keyboard, and after that press X to move X location. Now I'm inserting a edge loop right here to give joint look, and a little line shows when the handle joined bugs top side to top side and from bottom side. You can see little bit edges shows, this edges shows, so we can give the same edges route right here to provide a better look. And now I'm gonna fix inside my object to look good. First I'm gonna inserting edge loop from inside of my object to give a proper look. I'm adjusting the loop by entering first Ctrl plus R on your keyboard. From this time I'm just entering the loop to inside my object and drag it to downward. You can see our object is now look good from inside also. And now I'm inserting another edge loop and giving the shape from inside to our object, and I'm gonna inserting another edge loop, and this time I'm inserting a edge loop from center of my inside part of object. You can see our object is already looking good from inside, but you can also give some strict or smooth edges from inside also by inserting a face from inside. By selecting the first, you have to select face from inside which you want to insert and press I, and adjustment according to you where you want show. If you want to show thick straight edges, then you have to then you have to drag your mouse to end, and if you want smooth edges, then you have to adjust the values according to you where you have and where you seen the edges looking smooth, then you have to stop your inserting there and enter. Now I'm just turn off my reference image. Now you can see our object is already complete. Now I'm adding a plane by pressing shift plus A to in my keyboard and scaling it also, and what it does, it's and the plane was where our coffee mug object is putting on. So I'm just selecting this plane, adjusting our mug to sit on ground, and after that I'm duplicating my object by selecting first and pressing shift plus D on my keyboard and rotating my mug. I'm just giving one object to stand still look, and other object I'm just rotating the object and giving the object position. When you see your scene is looking good and you have done some adjustment to your scene, and after that you can bring your camera to your scene. You have already a camera in your scene, but you can create a camera from your view by pressing Ctrl plus Alt plus numpad 0 on your keyboard. Then you can see now I'm adjusting the camera view to our scene and scaling the plane also. It's good time to save our project what we have right now. Now I'm gonna splitting the screen in two part and selecting node editor by pressing this 3D viewport icon, and also giving to a material our coffee mug. You can see I'm creating a material for my object, and I'm gonna adding a mix shader by pressing shift plus A before I select glossy shader, and add glossy node to mix shader, and also select the color according to you. If you want to give another color to your object, then you can do that also. Now I'm also add a Fresnel node and also give the value to IOR 2.35 and selecting to factor in mix shader, and also give the roughness to glossiness 0.24. Now I'm gonna creating a light by duplicate this plane. You go to your front mode by pressing 1 on your numpad, press R to rotate, press R, then press Y, and then press 90 to give a 90-degree angle. And also I'm just adjusting the location where my I want to put my light on the scene. By duplicating this light, I'm creating another light into the scene. And also I want to give the strength to my right side light 7, and my left side right also I'm already given the value to my strength 5. Now I want to create a texture for my plane to where my coffee mug on sitting on where my coffee mug sitting on it. So I'm selecting this texture, this little wood texture, this black tiled wood texture, and simply selecting the simply selected the texture in node editor by pressing shift plus A in my keyboard, and adding the texture, and also add the diffuse shader, and connecting to mix shader by adding mix shader from shader, and also put another and also I'm gonna add another shader, input shader, where the image generated from. And after that I'm gonna also add glossy shader, because what it does, it's gives some of shine to our plane. When the light hitting the ground, you can see little shine is coming out from our ground. Then we can adjust. I'm just adjusting the some of roughness in my glossiness, and I'm gonna put it here. The roughness value is 0.2 to my glossy material, glossy shader, and also I'm gonna giving the value of 0.1 to my mix shader. And you can see our plane is already looking good and capturing all the lights. You can see down here. Now you can see our project is almost complete. Now I'm going to rendering tab, and giving the output dimension value, I'm selecting 1920 by 180, and after that I'm giving the sample value 300, and the other settings are stay the same. After that I'm just hitting the render button and wait for rendering. It's took 2 or 3 minutes, so I'm just fast forwarding the video and showing the final render image. You can see friends my final image, and you can see all the reflections, and all the reflections on coffee mug shows, and also all the shadows come clearly to floor, and also some little reflections shows on our coffee mugs. So that's it friends in this video. I hope you like this video. If you like this video, then hit like, and if you watching first time in my channel some tutorials, then you can subscribe. Want to give the suggestion, and if you want some new tutorials, then you can suggest me by comment in below. That's it in this video. Thanks for watching. I am seeing you later.